Hi, I'm Pete Fairley with the Pro Football Hall of Fame, sitting here with Hall of Famer Joe Greene. And Joe, you kind of started it all, in a sense, in Pittsburgh. Chuck Noll came in, wanted to build the team through the draft, and you were his first ever pick. And a couple of questions. First of all, when you arrived in Pittsburgh, were you aware of the long history of losing in Pittsburgh? And then how long did it take until you realized something special was unfolding with the team?
Was I aware of the losing history of the Pittsburgh Steelers? Absolutely. When they drafted me, that was probably, I don't want to say it was the saddest day of my life, but it was a sad day. I was not pleased with Pittsburgh at the time. I knew that the two previous seasons, they were 2-12. I knew that then, and I knew that they had a history of not being a winning football team.
How long did it take until you realized something special was happening there?
Well, probably, I started to feel pretty good when we moved out of our field house into the new stadium. That didn't translate into wins. Probably, I started to feel better about what we were doing. Probably the year before Franco came. I really started to feel good when Franco came. This was in '72.
All right. Now, it may be hard to believe, but it's been 40 years since the Immaculate Reception. And we all know where Franco was on that play. Where were you? You're on the sidelines. Describe from your vantage point what you thought of when that play was happening and the chaos that followed.
I am really, Pete, I'm glad you asked that, because prior to all of that, we were winning the ball game, I think, 7-6. And we blitzed Kenny Stabler, and he stumbled into the end zone about 25, 30, 40 yards. They went up 13-7. I think we threw probably 3 incomplete passes when we got the ball back. And I am standing on the sideline next to John Rouser, who's the corner for us. And '72 had been such a special year for us. We won our division the first time in the history. And I think we had won 11 ball games. And I said, John, this season is not going to end this way, just can't. And seconds later, Terry throws the ball, and it ricochets off of Jack Tatum, and Franco picks the ball up off the turf before it hits the turf, and he runs into the end zone. And this, I don't know, maybe around the 35, 40-yard line. And when Franco got into the end zone, I was probably 10 yards behind him. When the power was there, the crowd and everyone, I got to the crowd, and I don't know if I tapped Franco on the shoulder, but I was certainly happy.
Now, you said the ball deflected off Jack Tatum. You're pretty certain of that, aren't you?
No doubt.
So you were enshrined in the Hall of Fame in 1987. So it's been a long time. How has that honor affected your life, and have you grown to appreciate it even more in all these years since you were inducted?
Yes, Pete, I have. I've been a fan of pro football, and it's such an honor for me to be in this hall where I can see people like Jim Brown, Johnny Unitas, Lenny Moore, Andy Robustelli. Those were people that I watched when I was growing up, and the image that I had of them were untouchable. And I still have kind of that image. And I'm at a stage now where I'm with the people that I enjoyed as a kid. I'm with the people that I competed against. And now I'm with the people that I've watched after my career is over, playing career is over. So it's special. And my ego is such that I don't have to have it, but it's good when someone say Hall of Famer.
There's a lot of debate. People often ask, fans, members of the media, what makes someone a Hall of Famer? How do you answer that question?
That is a good question. A Hall of Famer to me is a person that did his job better than anyone else was doing it at the time he was doing it, consistently.
Is there a single moment in your entire career that stands out among all others?
Oh, I've been fortunate enough to have many, many moments. I think my best moment, well, one of the best, and I'll say that now, this was a Tuesday morning Tuesday morning in a meeting with the Pittsburgh Steelers after we had won a playoff game against the Buffalo Bills in 1974. And when Chuck Noll made a comment, he said that the Raiders, no, he didn't say the Raiders, he said those people out in Oakland think that the Super Bowl was played yesterday, the game between Oakland Raiders and Miami Dolphins. The Miami Dolphins was trying to go for three-peat. They had won the previous two Super Bowls. And he said, the game wasn't played yesterday, the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl will be played 2 weeks from now. And I want to tell you guys that the best team in pro football is sitting right here in this room.
Outstanding. It's been a few minutes with Hall of Famer Joe Greene.